how does it feel, Khloe, to just like look so different than Kourtney and Kim? And it was just the way that they were asking questions. It was just that you could never get away with that today.
It is crazy. I have seen so many people's interviews pop back up from the old days. Yeah. And you're like, wait, she said what to her? Whether it was about weight, looks.
It was about weight. It was about looks. It was about everything. And it was just so crazy that like that's what – it just was okay at that time.
It also makes me so sad, and I would love to hear how you as a sister supported her, because when I interviewed Khloe, she now has such a – lightness about the topic because time has gone on, where she was like, oh my God, I used to get all this shit about me and it hurt back then, but now I'm so secure in myself. But like in those moments in interviews, were you aware people were doing that to her? And like,
no, maybe sometimes, but because like her responses were so great though. She'd be like, wait, what? You're like, she was like, I can't believe you're asking me this. This is insane. And I can't believe, I mean, I guess Kourtney and I should have maybe stuck up for her publicly a little bit more when that was happening. I think we just wanted to – we didn't know. These are like our first set of interviews, our first time on these shows. Like what can we say? What can't we? But just to look back and to know that that's how interviews were conducted is kind of crazy.
It's beyond inappropriate.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the negative side. The other side is how many times you've broken the internet is – there are too many to count.
It's so fun to do that.
You're so good at it. You're really good at it, sweetie. So keep it going.
Thank you.
But you've done it so many times. What do you think has been your most favorite moment?
I mean, maybe when we did the paper magazine cover and we came up with that phrase, break the internet, you know?
That maybe photo will forever. I was literally thinking about, I'm like, I think that's how I'm going to tease this episode, is I'm going to try to balance a glass on my ass. I don't think it's going to even stay for a fucking second, but I'm going to do my best. Did you actually balance it on your ass, or is that full Photoshop?
That we had like a padding and then we put it on top because it had to like sit perfectly straight. So you can tell that's like not my ass. It's like a padding with that. But I just remember that shoot was so crazy because I was having dinner with my mom right after. And I don't know. I went and worked with John Paul Good, who does like the craziest shoots. And it was one shot. And I was like, I pulled him aside and I was like, hey, like, it's me. There's no publicist here. There's no one here. Like, you want to shoot one more? Like something other than just this one shot? And the one shot was, I think, the one with the glass on my butt. But I was like, let's do something else. So he's like, okay. And he's like, had to go back, sketch it out, think about it, and was like, let's like rip it off or like something. And I was like, I'm down. And then I go to dinner with my mom later. She's like, how was the shoot? And I was like, oh, it was good, whatever. And then when that shoot came out, I was living at my mom's house. And I just remember her like screaming down the hall, like, what did you do? And I just was like, what? She's like, that's what you did the night we had dinner and you didn't even mention to me that this was what you were doing in the shoot? And I was like, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. You know?
Dude,
and
your mother.
She was pissed.
She's like, Kim, how many times is this going to happen in my life where I'm like, Kimberly? But then she's also like, okay, send me my 10%, bitch.
Totally. Like, we give her heart attacks.
But it's like, gotten you so far.
I don't know how I would deal as a mom. I'm going to have to.
You're going to have to.
I do.
I was going to say, we're going to get to that. But do you think your mom is unfazed now? Do you think there's anything you actually could do that your mom would be like, actually, what the fuck?
I think every time we say that, something comes up and then it's like, what the fuck? But there is this thing where like we are a little bit desensitized. Like I said today, I was like, you guys, holy fucking shit. Mom, you're on a Vogue cover. Kendall, you're on a Vogue cover. A Vogue cover that I did came out today. I was like, are we going to like lose our minds in our family chat today? Because like,
and celebrate.
How are 3 family members on the same month of different Vogues? Like, that's just such a trip to me. Like, this can never get old, you know?
Such a good point.
And so we do talk about stuff like that.
Okay, good. Because I feel like when you become more normalized to things and desensitized,
Yeah.
you can forget that, like, no, this is iconic. Yes, maybe the first cover of Vogue was iconic, but then also, again, being on Vogue is still iconic, and you can still celebrate.
It's still like just nothing in this life will ever get old.
It's so good
to me.
Okay, I want to go through some of my favorite moments similar to that cover that I just think everyone on the internet will remember, especially if they were from OG days.
Okay.
We're going to start with the classic.
Okay.
Losing your diamond earring in Bora Bora. Through and through, it is a viral TikTok audio still now. It has been repurposed. People love it. Is there anything that you can tell us about that moment that we don't know about, or even just like a memory from it?
That was like one of my first biggest purchases. So they weren't insured yet. That's why I was so upset, is because that would be money down the drain. If I insured them, then I can just like claim them and then I could have gotten my money back. But I hadn't insured them. I got them that week. Kylie dove down, found it with her goggles in the ocean, and then went back and found the earring back. So I have the full exact earring.
And I forget which sister was like giving you shit for
Courtney. It's always Courtney. Yeah. Yeah.
I shouldn't have even asked.
Yeah.
I knew it in my heart.
Yeah.
Okay, what is something in your closet now that you, if you lost, would have a similar level crash out?
Oh, I have a level of that, of like a bag that I just got into a fight with, a sister mom fight over that I crashed out like that. So
they took it?
Oh, it's a long story.
Okay.
I had this bag, this like Hermes Birkin shoulder bag, JPG, designed 90s. I had one. They only made like 5 versions of it. So I was like, oh, I want to collect every one, but they're so rare, you can never find them. Do I send a picture of it to my mom and tell her, or is she going to copy me on this?
Does she often copy? Okay.
So I was like, okay, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to send her the picture. I'm going to say, hey, here's the campaign. Here's the runway images. Here's the bag. If you ever find it, I want it. So go to her house. And I decided, I was busy studying, and I said, I'm not going to like respond to my texts or anything for like 2 weeks. So the store texts me and says, we found the bag. It's here. Do you want it? I wrote back, negotiated, got the price down. Forgot to respond to say, yes, I want it. Because then I said, I'm putting my phone down for this like last week that I really need to focus, which I've never done in my life. So I was like, I don't care who it is. I'm not responding. See my mom and Chloe, and my mom goes, oh, it's one of your sister's birthday. Who wants to go in on a bet? And then she goes, oh, and talks to Chloe and was like, so I was like, oh my God, she got me the bag for my birthday, and she just like got it early and she's going to hold on to it. Okay, I'm not going to respond because I know she just got me the bag. I can tell by what she just did. Anyway, Kylie posts this bag for her birthday, being like, thanks, mom, whatever, for the bag. I call my mom and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like, I turn into a monster. I have like rage. And I'm like rage texting her like, and my mom's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Kylie just sent me a birthday list. I go, no. I have the same birthday list. It's not on there. Oh, I must have a different one. I call her assistant. Not on there. Kim, I have no clue what you're talking about. I go, Mom, I had a full conversation with you. So I find it. I screenshot it. I screenshot my conversation with the store about whatever, the whole thing.
You're such a receipts girl. I can already feel it. You're like, let me show you the exact time you did this.
Yes, I did. And I was raging.
Wait, so does Kylie have it?
She has it, but she doesn't even know that we had this whole fight. So can I tell you the sweetest thing?
Yeah.
Chloe goes, Kim, I feel so bad. I never knew that you were like obsessed, but I kind of knew you were obsessed because your whole team said, if you ever find this bag, if anyone wants to get one for Kim for her birthday, get it. So Chloe goes, come over. I got you one for your birthday. And I'm going to give it to you months early because I feel so bad. And she gave it to me.
Chloe is such a real one.
Yeah.
Dude, and Kylie probably, she used it yet? She doesn't even know.
And she doesn't even know we're fighting over it. It is so ridiculous over a bag, but it was my most recent crush out.
Okay, so is Kylie the favorite?
I think a little bit. And I think that that's okay. I think she's the baby. And I think that But like, I think it's warranted. I think she like has a really close relationship with my mom and is really sweet. I think like Khloe's also a big favorite. I don't know. She has like a different relationship with everyone, but I would say it's Kylie and Khloe.
Okay. Okay. 2011, we're going back. Any memories? Getting your butt x-rayed to prove it was real. I think this was like...
Wasn't that ridiculous?
Season...
Or just that...
Season 6?
That's a thing, you know? But it was fun. Like, I think we even said, like, oh my gosh, let's go do this.
I remember that broke the internet kind of because everyone was like, what a concept that she's like
and an
actually...
X-ray. Yeah.
Okay, taking selfies on the way to drop Khloe off at jail. We'll never forget. Kim, stop taking selfies.
I found so many of those in my computer. I keep everything.
Okay, I was going to ask you, so you have it?
I have all of them, yeah.
So when I know everyone knows, like Paris always iconically talks about how she has all of the laptops almost per boyfriend and she keeps everything. So you have...
I have it all together on a hard drive and on my laptop and like I upload it. Like, so what I do on my plane rides and my spare time is I have folders of like every person in my life that's ever been in my life, every family member, everything that ever photo that goes in my phone, I upload them. So
Holy
I just
shit.
like spend time. So each kid has every single year in picture form, video form, like every video that I've ever taken, every event, every
ex-boyfriend,
everything, everything.
Because you kind of have to
I've
keep
saved everything.
You're a receipts queen. You know.
That's like yeah.
Oh, I keep like screenshots of conversations.
If they're cute conversations,
mine are a little like
I keep them like just as like sweet memories to remember. I do have a problem of like only remembering the good. That's like something that is like a thing.
Okay. I mean, I guess that's better than only remembering the bad.
Yeah.
But I could see where that could go wrong, where someone comes back in your life and everyone's like, no, Kim, they literally fucked you over. But I feel like you wouldn't go back to someone that fucked you over. Or would you?
I'm a really forgiving person, but I really haven't dated like that to like have those kinds of toxic relationships since I've been divorced, you know? Like I feel like that dating world is so... Like from when I remember it would have been like I would have been way younger. And like I think when you get older, you just don't tolerate that shit.
You don't have time.
You know?
Your 2021 all black Met Gala look. Okay. Talk to me about when you went inside. Did you take it off? And
no.
So did you not eat?
No.
You didn't drink?
No.
You just kept this thing on all night?
Yeah.
No one saw your face?
No, I was committed.
Kim, well, we know you always commit.
I was committed. I was really nervous wearing that. And Demna, the designer, was really good at, okay, you don't really have to wear the mask, but like, let's talk about it. Let's like think it through. Let's like, you know, and that was like the thing. And he was like an all wear one. And we'll just like, you know, he doesn't really like he's really uncomfortable with those events and really being out. So I was like, okay, perfect. If like you're here with me and then, you know.
Okay, there were rumors that you wore it over your face because you had gotten a facelift that year. Confirm or deny?
That's insane. I would absolutely love to show it off if I did. But no, I didn't.
It was for the fashion.
That was like years ago. I would have been like, I don't know, maybe people do them earlier these days. But no. Deny.
What is a recent rumor that you've heard about yourself that actually pissed you off?
Maybe it would like annoy me back in the day if it would link me to people that I had never met or been with, or if I had just met someone and sat next to them and said hi, and then it was like, oh, they're dating or they slept together, and they're like just stuff that didn't really happen. That kind of stuff used to bother me, but I don't think anything really gets to me these days.
Well, we'll clear some of it up today, don't worry. Call Her Daddy is brought to you by Shopify. Ah, Daddy Gang, it's that time of year. It's the best time of year. The air, I can smell it. I can taste it. It's getting crisp. I'm breaking out my sweaters, even though I wear them all the time. The fireplace is on, okay? And as usual, I'm dragging Matt to get the Christmas tree the second the temperature drops below 70. But as the weather cools down, I feel like The pace only picks up for my business. The busiest season of the year is coming, and October is the perfect time to set yourself up for it. And that is where my blessed, trusted Shopify comes in. With Shopify, I can launch new products, streamline my operations, and get all the marketing in place so I'm ready for the holiday rush. If you are an entrepreneur running your business solo, that is no problem, or it shouldn't be a problem, Daddy Gang. Shopify basically operates as your back office so that you can stay focused on the thing that really matters, like planning those holiday drops. Shopify streamlines my process to make sure that I'm getting the Daddy Gang, the products that you guys want right when you need. And maybe that means some unwell sweat sets under the Christmas tree are coming. Daddy Gang, it's time to build your brand. Head to shopify.com/daddy to see how easy it is to start your business today. Daddy Gang, intimate partner violence is extremely hard to navigate. Abuse isn't always obvious. And once you start noticing the warning signs, it can be extremely hard to know where to turn next. YSL Beauty's Abuse is Not Love campaign is not just about awareness, it's about action. Their mission is to educate, empower, and provide access to real tools and support. So I want to talk about what to do if you notice the signs of abuse in your own relationship. The first thing that you need to do is trust your gut. Emotional and psychological abuse often starts out really subtle. And sometimes you feel it in your body before you're fully aware of what is going on. It can start as small as just feeling a pit in your stomach when your partner does or says certain things. If you start to feel anxious physically, even if consciously you aren't sure why, that is something to listen to. The next step from there is to talk to someone. Even if you're telling yourself you might be overreacting, just check in with someone. A friend, a family member, maybe a counselor. Sometimes just saying out loud what is really going on makes all the difference in how you're able to process it. You don't need to go through this alone. Telling just one person the truth about the ins and outs of your relationship can give you the support system you need to navigate your situation. The next thing to do is set boundaries. Tell your partner when something isn't okay and be transparent about what you will do if that boundary is not respected. If your boundaries are laughed off or ignored, take that as a sign to create distance. You are allowed to have an equal say.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been buzzing, and it's all about family dynamics and the complexities of forgiveness. We're going to explore what Kim Kardashian has shared regarding her relationship with her sister Kylie, and what we can learn from these insights. It's natural for siblings to have disagreements, and sometimes those disagreements can run deep. Kim has spoken openly about a situation with Kylie that has left her feeling hurt, and she's been very clear that at this moment, forgiveness isn't something she's ready to offer. This isn't about holding a grudge forever, but rather about acknowledging the impact of certain actions and the time it takes to heal. When we hear someone like Kim, who is so often in the public eye, talk about something so personal, it can be incredibly relatable. We've all experienced moments where someone we care about has done something that has deeply affected us. It's easy to feel pressured to just get over it or to immediately forgive, but true healing often requires space and time. Kim's honesty here reminds us that it's okay to feel what we feel, and it's okay to take the time we need to process those emotions. What Kim is illustrating is the importance of boundaries and self-respect within relationships. Forgiveness is a gift, and it's a gift that should be given when it feels right and genuine, not out of obligation. It's about protecting your own emotional well-being. Sometimes, the most loving thing you can do for yourself, and ultimately for the relationship, is to create that space to heal and to understand what needs to happen for trust to be rebuilt. This doesn't mean that the relationship is over, or that there's no love there. It simply means that a particular hurt needs to be addressed and worked through. It's a powerful reminder that even in the closest of families, navigating conflict and hurt is a journey. It requires patience, understanding, and a commitment to personal growth. So, as we reflect on Kim's perspective, let's consider what this means for our own lives. How do we approach hurt in our relationships? How do we honor our own feelings while also striving for healthy connections? It's about finding that balance and recognizing that forgiveness is a process, not an event. It's about understanding that sometimes the path to reconciliation involves acknowledging the pain first. Thank you so much for joining me today to explore this. I hope this conversation has offered some valuable perspective. If you found this helpful, please consider following for more discussions like this. We'll see you next time.